Greatest Story is a song that I will just come out and say this off the top. Probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
This is one that we wrote at least 3 times before the version anyone will hear.
And finished every one of them.
And they're all good.
I think. They were all good.
And we liked all of them.
Yeah.
And we were probably going to cut the third version.
Yeah.
And then some of the verse lines that are in this version popped into my head. And I kind of chased them down. And again, called you one night, 11 o'clock at night. Hey, let's hop on Zoom. I got something. And we hopped on. I was like, man, I think this is Greatest Story. I think we're doing it again. And so we kind of rewrote it.
I think what made the difference with this one was that chorus melody.
Mm-hmm.
And I vividly remember you going into that chorus melody just humming, and it stuck.
I think what it was about this one, too, the reason it worked better than the first 3 versions was the first verse that I wrote was line for line a story I lived as a teenager, down to the street name where we hung out on the Delmar line, you know. And I think because it was so personal, we were able to actually tell the story. Maybe we're forcing it in the first couple versions, and maybe that's why they didn't do what we wanted them to do. And I think getting really personal in those lyrics of the verse landed that hook.
From a writer standpoint too, we got to do some really clever hooky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you took the paper, I took the pen, and being able to play into the actual story part.
Yeah.
Not just the storyline. That was really cool.
Big thing about this song, outside of being personal and the melody and things like that, is obviously having Kaylee sing on it with me. And I
Whole
think
other
that
level.
It took it to a completely different level. And what's funny that I don't think Kaylee even knows this, we had been trying to write a duet.
Yeah.
We had a whole nother song called Play the Part that we were working on actively when Greatest Story came to us. And so we wanted a duet. And we were in Nashville one night, and we went and saw around, and Kaylee was playing, and you knew her, and you said, hey, if we ever finish a duet, you need to talk to her about singing it with you. And she was great, just singing everyone under the table like she does. And we wrote Greatest Story. The idea was just for me to sing it.
I think it was 2 or 3 days later when you texted me and said, I think this is the duet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the way it was written, it actually just naturally played into a duet. We didn't have to change any of the, you know, the persons in it.
We didn't have to write a female part.
Right.
The female part existed. It was just what I was singing in the second verse. And I think I've told so many people this since we cut this song. One of the greatest, maybe the best decision I've made in my musical career was bringing Kaylee Bishop on to sing the song. Because it was good, and when she came in the studio, it just took it to a completely different level.
The second she walked in, I knew it was going to be
it was magic,
special. Man. We didn't find the record found us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once that sound evolved, the story evolved, it happened.
Yeah.
And that's when special music's made.
Yeah, I think so.